Hey, heathens. Okay, so I get a private message today from New0305, who is telling me about the Mormon compound in San Angelo, Texas. Message goes like this. I live in San Angelo, Texas, where they recently moved the 400-some-odd children they removed from a Mormon sect ranch in South Texas. I was wondering if you had any thoughts about how the children were educated. They weren't taught past the 8th grade, weren't taught the modern science or history. Most of the teenage boys didn't even know that we've landed on the moon. And the only history they were taught was the priest history about the religion. About how the white Mormon race is superior to all other and eventually can achieve godhood in the same status as God. I was just wondering if you heard anything on this and what was going on around here. These men were sleeping with 14-year-old girls, saying that the religion permitted them to do so, and they'd also had several wives. Well, you can read up on the rest if you haven't already. This took me to remember another private message that I received from another user, and I apologize because I don't remember who it was, but he was out of a city here in Georgia where there was a particular school that did not teach evolution in their science classes. It was a Christian private school, and they did not teach evolution. In fact, he even went on to say that his sister attended this school and saying that they taught against evolution and even discussed how to argue against evolution. Alright, now I'm going to put in a twist here to all of the other atheists, and there are a few of you, who support the idea of school vouchers. When you go into this idea that private school is better, quote unquote, better than public school, you open up the idea for these people to teach whatever they want and call it education. There needs to be a national standard for what education is. And any school that is not willing to stand up to such a standard should not be allowed such credit. I had never really went into this and never even really considered any of it until I got the other email about the kid with the evolution thing. But this furthers what I had decided after hearing that. If we're going to allow private schools to teach just basically whatever they want and call that a diploma, and then send students on to go to college, what have we really taught them? Have we helped them any? Have we done anything to really promote their education? Can we call them graduates? Here's my thing. If we start allowing these people who graduate from private schools into colleges, well, what about the student who wants to be a doctor who graduated from this particular Christian school that wanted to tell him that evolution never happened, and then he gets into a medical school where they're trying to explain to him in biology how to combat viruses that evolve, and he has no clue how any of it works because he never understood and even was told that evolution was wrong. Have we really done a service to this kid? Is it fair to call what he has a diploma? The saddest thing in our nation right now, in our educational system, is the ability for private schools to get away with pretty much whatever they want in this particular revenue. Hey, look, you want to run a Christian school and teach the Bible? Whatever, I'm not going to stand in your way. But if you're going to include something that's called science class, you need to follow a regimented guideline for what science says is true. And if you don't, then you're not a school. That's the way I look at it. Maybe you disagree. I don't know. Don't really care. Don't take my word for it. Think for yourself.